The Nairobi Securities Exchange Board has picked Andrew Wachira to serve as acting chief executive officer as it begins a comprehensive recruitment exercise. Prior to his appointment, Wachira served as the NSC's head of compliance and legal department for over a decade. His appointment comes after the departure of Peter Mwangi, whose second-term contract expired on Tuesday. Mwangi has since landed a job as CEO at Old Mutual Kenya. The NSC is currently on an expansion mode, having successfully self-listed last month. And it is a bitter dose of reality for Kenyan exporters as Kenya officially loses tax-free access to the European market. From yesterday, exporters will pay between 4% and 24% in taxes for produce exported to the European Union, effectively putting the country's 38% market share at stake. KTN's Adelaide Chongola with the story of how Kenya's $1 billion horticultural industry is in jeopardy.
Kenyan exporters have waited for this day with bated breath for close to 2 years. Failure to sign an economic trade agreement with the European Union had traders anxious as expiry of the current pact drew closer. And that day is finally upon them with nothing much to look forward to.
Quite a big blow and very, very sad that after 30 years of trading with Europe duty-free, now we're paying duties.
Kenya is now the only country in Africa and in the greater African, Caribbean and Pacific group of countries to shift to the general scheme of preferences, meaning that it is the only country that will pay taxes ranging from 0% to 30% on goods exported to the EU. And this will come at a steep cost for exporters.
The real additional cost is 637 million, assuming everything that is being sold is sold.
But how did this happen, you ask? Well, Kenya has been negotiating the EPAs under the ambit of the East African community, but a raft of disagreements over the years has seen the talks drag for 7 years with little to show for it. Other EAC partner states are classified as least developed countries, meaning they get tax-free access to the EU with or without ratifying the EPAs, leaving Kenya holding the short end of the stick.
It is earnings for government, Instability affecting 67 billion worth of exports has an impact on the current account.
The Kenya Association of Manufacturers is now calling on the government and the East African community partner states to expedite the talks to minimize the pain for Kenyan exporters who now have to pay for the region's delay in signing the deal.
If there's anything we must tell government is like, conclude this deal now, or as soon as possible after today.